Greg Powers, and I'm joined by Dwayne Deaver, the recruiting coordinator. I like director of operations better at Katy, Paetow, at the THSCA coaching school, coaching convention coach. What a time to be the recruiting coordinator over in your neck of the woods, coming off of a state championship and a lot of talent over there right now. I think the team might have a chance to be better.
I really believe with the additions, not necessarily the subtractions, but with the additions that we've had and guys that are moving into a different level for themselves, we have a lot of talent at this school. Realistically, we ought to be fighting for at least a berth in the state championship game.
That's going to be awesome. What do you think about the new district, all Katy teams? You guys moving up a little bit. It's going to be fun probably.
It's gotten interesting. There are a lot of people with a lot of conversations so far that say we really don't know what 6A football is all about, but coming off a state championship in 5A is not a whole lot of difference. There is some differences, don't get me wrong, but with the guys that we have, we're ready.
Now kind of talk about what it's like being a recruiting coordinator there. You have a lot of college-bound athletes, so it's a little bit different for you. You know, we talked to some guys that have maybe one or two. You guys have a whole big group of them. You have to deal maybe with some different problems, I think, than what, you know, traditional guys. You're helping guys navigate through picking major programs.
Right.
How's that work, and what kind of advice do you give those guys that come to you and say, Coach, I got Alabama, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma. How am I going to –
and that's just one of our linebackers, the names that you just named.
Yeah, Damian Sanford for those.
Exactly. The big thing is that I tell those kids is don't worry about the name that's on the front of the jersey.
Okay.
It's about the name that's on the back and the kid that's in it. Sanford could go anywhere in the country and still put himself in a great position to go to the next level anyway. Going to a bigger school, just put your name and your face on the TV more often. But it's not necessarily having anything to do with the talent that you already have. So I tell them you have to find the school that shows you the most love.
Okay.
That's the key, because the schools that will talk to you, the schools that will DM you, the schools that will text you, those are the ones that really want you. You can become a number.
Sure.
You know, no matter what kind of talent you have, you can become a number. But the key is to make sure that you're doing what's best for you, not what's best for the Twitter community.
Right.
Because that's what a lot of this is stemming from.
Yeah, it is a social media game now, and it's a lot of publicity, and you see a lot of people not only that it goes through the recruiting process, but real life people who get caught up in getting a click.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, you hate to see it, but that's why I think the transfer portal is so hot and heavy right now, because a lot of guys are doing exactly what you're saying. These are football players, and when they don't get to play football, they want to go somewhere where they can.
Exactly.
You know, so at first they're like, I want to go to the biggest school, and then they get there and they're like, but I want to play.
Exactly.
You know, so that's why you see it. I want to talk specifically about some of your guys that you have over there. I want to ask you, is there a sleeper that you feel like college coaches may be missing the boat on a little bit? Is there a guy that you feel like could start to catch a little bit more traction, or you believe should be catching more traction right now?
Christian Hurd is a defensive back that played safety for the state championship team last year. I think he is the biggest sleeper because he is the one senior that is starting that does not have bigger schools after him than what should be. I honestly feel like he's an FCS kid.
Okay.
That might be best because I also understand height and measurables, they make a difference. So I believe in our building right now, Christian Hurd is probably the biggest sleeper. Working hard for him right now, trying to make sure that he's being exposed to schools that might not know who he is.
Got Alex Kilgore going on to SMU, I believe, right?
Yep.
You got Damian Sanford going on to Texas A&M.
Yep.
You got DJ Hicks, who just released his top 6 or 7. A lot of big-time schools on that list. We can't name.
He has 150,000 schools that he could go to right now.
Could go to anywhere. So the 2023 class is really, really strong. Is there a 2024 or 2025 guy in the program right now that you think could follow like some of the same trajectories?
Logan Thomas, our 24 defensive end, has already been offered by U of H, by Marshall, quite a few schools. So he's already on the roll right now.
Defensive front. How you going to?
But now this is the thing that you might not know. Jara Anderson that was at South Park.
Okay.
He's transferred over. Mom got married. They live in the zone, so he transferred over to us.
Well,
so
no wonder you're putting yourself in the state champ. I mean, you're going to be able to limit some teams. You got Logan Thomas up front, DJ Hicks, Jara Anderson, and hey, Damian spent some time playing with his hand in the dirt.
That's
last
scary
year
when
as well.
When he does it. It's scary.
Yeah, and he's quick off the edge.
Yes.
That defensive line, man, that's got to be something right now.
Yeah.
No wonder Coach Hicks is having such a good time over there. Coach Deaver, thanks for the time. We really appreciate you jumping on and giving some guidance for the recruits and wish you nothing but success this season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.